Yo, what's happening, Canes fam? It's your boy CB back with another video. This time I'm doing a huddle watch along, but I got a special guest with me. Canes football commit and one of the most dominant defensive linemen, not just in South Florida, but in the country, period. 6'3, 264, had a absolute monster season last year where he was named the Dade County Defensive Player of the Year by the Miami Herald, had a monster playoff run where he kind of put the defense on his back a little bit, and I'm excited to get into his huddle with y'all. I've watched it myself. Y'all have heard me sing his praises on the You Heard pod. So without further ado, let's bring in one of our newest Canes, Daylen Russell. What's happening, Brody?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, so before we hit record, you told me you're actually not at the crib right now because you're doing something a little different. Tell Canes fan what you up to right now.
I'm out in Vegas hooping.
Yeah, y'all heard that right. Our big stud defensive lineman be out here dunking on people and crossing people over. So how'd the tournament go for you?
It went good. We went 3-1. We all played as a team and things like that. We're just ready to get back in Miami and get to work with the team.
What is it like out there, Vegas? Because you a Miami kid, so you used to the heat. And they say Vegas is a little bit of dry heat, but it is hot. Was it a little weird for you being out there?
Nah, yeah, it was definitely weird. Because it was straight heat, no humidity or nothing like that. So when we first got at the airport, yeah, I had to walk back in the airport because I was like, whoa, this different.
Hey, I feel you because I'm a Texas boy. I'm out here in Houston, so I'm used to humidity. You know what I'm saying? So when I go somewhere and it's dry heat, I don't know how to react to that because I'm used to sweating. I'm used to that kind of heat. But when it's hot and you can't breathe, that's a whole different kind of hot.
Yeah, that's completely different.
And I spoke to one of your future teammates, Vincent Shavers. We were on doing a watch along as well. And he was telling me one of the things that separate Florida young men from anybody else in the country is y'all do two-a-days and practices during the summer in 100-degree heat. Can you talk
Yeah.
about what that's like being put in the fire out there in South Florida?
I mean, my age now, I'm used to it because I always had the pressure growing up as a little kid and things like that. But them 2 days ain't no joke. We get back early in the morning, get it in, and then come back later in the day and got to go through the whole thing again just to go back to back because not a lot of teams are able to do that.
Hey, and that's another thing. You bring a winning culture to Miami when you get to Miami. You are used to winning, you are used to dominating. Is that something that you've talked to with some of the other recruits in the class that, you come from a winning culture? Some of the guys from Miami Central, they come from a winning culture. If, Crystal Ball wants to change the perception of the program and the culture, it starts with guys like you. Is that something that you've been in contact with some of the other recruits about?
Yeah, definitely. We all if we all bring that winning culture into Miami, we gonna win. We gonna win. We
Yes,
definitely gonna win.
sir. And to that, we're gonna get into your highlights here in a second, but there is something I have to highlight. You have two separate highlights on your huddle. Just for anyone who's wondering, I will link his huddle down in the description. We're gonna watch his full junior season, but he also has just his playoffs. Y'all, I gotta read this to y'all. One of his best games was the actual championship game, where he had 11 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, a sack, and a forced fumble. Can you talk to us about what that game was like for you on a big stage with the game on the line, where you turned in probably your best performance of the year?
Yeah, I got you. You know, the coaches been telling me it's like if you want to win this game, it has to be with defense. So at that point, right before we went into overtime, I told him I was like, yo, this most of our first and last times being at stakes for the seniors and things like that. So I was like, let's just go out with a bang. Let's show them what Columbus defense is made of. And we just went out and put everything that we did in practice and over the whole year on the field. We left it out on the field. That defense was definitely legendary for the things that we did during the playoffs. I think we hold teams to like 36 points out of the 5 games that we had.
The
Yeah,
whole run?
not the yeah, it was between like 36 and 50 points.
Yo, that's domination, bro. That's and especially in today's day where it's spread offenses, it's you know, pushing the ball down the field. It's
Yeah,
4 wide receiver sets and for to hold to go through a whole playoff run where going into it, look, it's on us. No shade to our offense, but we got to carry the squad. And then to go into OT, did you have that moment with some of the other players, or you play with Capers and some other really, really impressive defensive players? Did y'all have, aside from the coaches telling y'all it's on y'all, when y'all got in the huddle, was there just a quick, hey, I got us? Or did you already know? Is that something that don't got to be said with the defense that y'all have built at Columbus?
the defense we didn't have to say nothing. We just knew if we depend on each other, we gonna definitely go out with a win and things like that.
That's that tenacity, that's that culture I cannot wait to see at Miami, man. But without further ado, hey, let's get into these highlights because for those of you that have not seen Daylen Russell, you are in for a treat. When I say one of the most versatile defensive linemen you will see, and I had a question for you at the next level. Do you plan on playing outside or inside, or for you, it don't matter?
It doesn't matter where I play. I'm gonna be effective wherever they put me.
And y'all gonna see that no matter where they line him up, hand in the dirt, 2 point stance. Let's get into it. So here we got you on the edge here, standing up, strong, straight bull rush. Of your moves, what would you say is one of your favorites? Because you got a nasty bull rush,
Yeah.
but you got other stuff in your toolbox too.
Nah, my favorite last year was probably my Boris, my one arm, stab.
Now this is one of the most impressive things too, because you're a big dude. Get
Yeah.
off the block and in pursuit. It's another thing you see with this Columbus defense. Everybody running to the football. Got you again on the edge, standing up. And I think this will be so great for Lance Guidry's defense because he loves the versatility, quick up the field too. Come on. 265 and moving like that. Let's go. High motor. Come get him. That's another thing I always say. You can have a high motor, but you have to have the elite talent too. When you mix a high motor with elite talent like this, come on. And from the backside,
Yeah.
let's see what we got now. Another 2 point stance. This is central, isn't it?
Yes, sir. We was playing from behind this whole game.
What's that like for you when you start to get behind? Do you start to feel like, all right, I got to take this game over?
Yeah, definitely.
Because they're an explosive offense. And I would imagine you guys see nothing but explosive offenses like this.
Yeah.
Come on. First of all, look, this running back. It's kind of disrespectful to try to block you with a running back, bro. That was that was never gonna happen. Sheds the block. Yo. All right now. Threw that boy like a rag doll. All right, Mr. Russell. Just here alone, you see the instincts here. Strong, getting off the block. No nonsense. Get off of me. What I like too is the follow up too. Because he was probably most running backs will probably be slung to the ground there, but he showed some good balance there, getting back on his feet. But you kept your eyes on him, and you see everybody else is in pursuit too. It don't matter who get there first for this defense. I've noticed you see them navy blue helmets all running to the football. Now here
Yeah.
we got you inside. Come on, nasty quick. This tackle. I don't know if he if he didn't want any or if your first step inside was a little too quick for him to get hands on you. But then we running down the play from the backside here. That's what I like to call disruptive. From the backside of the play, running the play down at the goal line, kicked inside. Lance Guidry is going to have a field day with your skill set. Being able to put you inside on running plays, and again, using your hands, extending your arms. That's another thing. You use your arms really good, really, really well. Extending your arms, get off me, swim move, and force the fumble. Come on. Let's get that. Oh, I wanted to scoop and score. That the main word I use to describe you besides explosive is disruptive. It seems like whether it's a run play, whether it's a pass play, you're gonna make an impact. It may not be the sack, it may not be the tackle for loss, but you're gonna make an impact. 3-point stance here, wicked instincts. That's just great play recognition, great instincts. The motion did not fool you here. Nope. Straight down the line. Come get him. I know running backs hate you, bro. The offensive coordinators probably despise scheming because it's hard to scheme against somebody that's this versatile. Hand in the dirt again, 3-point stance. Again, strong arm, strong at the point of contact. Not gonna let the offensive lineman get on your breastplate. Extend your arms, get off of them. If you had your preference, do you prefer a 2-point or a 3-point stance?
It really doesn't matter because I'm explosive out of both.
Ooh. So here they try to put you out here on an island with the tackle, probably thinking it would favor them. Come on. That was a power swim move. You didn't even really have to use your bull there. The second you got your arms on him, it looked like it was just and gone. And that wise decision from the quarterback there. Wise decision from the quarterback. Y'all like to rush. Y'all get home rushing 3. That is impressive, bro.
We rushed 3, we rushed 4, we could go 5. We threw a whole lot.
So with a defense like this, when you know you got somebody on the outside like you, your coach doesn't need to dial up a lot of blitzes because you guys get home with 3.
Yeah.
And the absolute instinct. One of the things I love about your game, a lot of pass rushers like just going up the field. And a lot of times that hurts them. You've got great play recognition, especially on run plays. Not going to get too far up the field. Again, look at this. That's everybody on the defense. Everybody runs to the football. That's championship defense. Who do y'all attribute that kind of work ethic to at Columbus? Is there a defensive coordinator or your position coach that pushes y'all and keeps reminding y'all that everybody runs to the football? Let's see what we got here. Back inside. Just manhandled the guard here. They tried to chip you a little bit with the tackle. Did not work. It didn't really knock you off axis at all. You almost pushed him back into the lap of the running back. See, this is what I mean by blowing up a play. This blocking scheme is completely blown up because of you, because of early penetration and pushing that guard back into the backfield. Long guard. Come on. Just reached out and grabbed him. That's power. When you can grab somebody with one arm, bro.
That was on a fake punt, too. They tried to get us.
You take offense when teams do stuff like that to you, when they try to do like a fake punt or a reverse or something like that?
No, yeah, definitely, because we know it's a sign of disrespect.
My coach used to always tell us, when a team is starting to pull out reverse passes and trick plays, they know they can't beat you. One-on-one with a tackle here. Straight. What is it, the film study, or is it just years of playing football that instinct and that ability to diagnose this quickly? Because you can see you start coming up the field and boom, instantly. Is that just instincts?
Yeah, because when I was started playing football, I played both ways, so I know how the offensive lineman will react to certain moves.
You think that helps you when you're reading, when you're paying attention to your keys, you're not gonna be faked, or when you see a guard pull, you know what's up.
Yeah.
Come on. This tenacity, this motor you have, is that been and come on. See, that's another thing I love to see, especially with defensive players. That Kane swagger, that mentality, bully, just straight bully. And it a lot of times too, they like to say you guys don't have big offensive linemen in Florida. This is a big young man here who tries to get into your breastplate, tries to get his hands on you. Get off me. Stuff to run. What would you say is your best skill set as far as
My best skill set is probably my reaction, because not a lot of people have the reaction time that I do.
you can see it too? You can see your mind process mid play where you're up the field. Nope, never mind. Let me get him off me. Run play. It's it's instant. So that even when you take a first step inside, if you guess wrong, you tend to course correct very quick. And look at this. We love to see this. A defensive lineman on the backside of the play. Come on, in pursuit, never giving up. That's that high motor we love to see. Coming off the edge again, strong bull. Get off me. Yo, come on. Hey, he felt that in the morning. He felt this. That hurt. He not gonna admit it. I'm gonna admit it here for him. That hurt. So now we got you here on the edge again, standing up, taking on two blocks. Come. Do you think that's gonna happen to you a lot this year because of the big production you had last year, especially the explosive streak you had in the playoffs? That you're gonna see a lot more double teams this year?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Let's
I'm
go.
coming into this year bigger, stronger, and faster.
And on a pass play, he tried to cut back, thinking he saw a defensive lineman that wasn't going to be quick enough. And here's the instincts we're talking about here. You see the cutback. Come on. Is it so? When we look at the Miami coordinators that they've hired this year, Lance Guidry being on the defense, he likes an explosive physical style where he likes versatility and he just likes to get after it. Did that did his style of play aid you in your choice to Miami, or was it something that you kind of knew that was a fit for you, or did meeting Lance Guidry move the needle at all?
Nah, I knew it was a fit for me before they even hired him, you know. But
Really?
when they hired him, I was like, oh yeah, he the way he coaches, I like the way he did it, and I was like, yeah, it's time, it's good time.
And what have been your interactions so far with Coach Jason Taylor, who is obviously someone who's going to work with you a lot? And I know when you decide to commit, I know he was happy because he gets to work with someone like you.
Yeah,
What have been your impressions of him so far?
it's been good, you know. I can't wait to get to work with him as a player, because he's been in the league. He was in the league, so he knows moves that works, and he'll give me a lot of teaching.
That's something we heard Lightfoot say. He mentioned that he gave him a couple of moves and he started using them in camps and they all worked. How much
Yeah,
stock do you put into that when you're being coached, knowing that the person coaching you has been in your shoes before?
a lot, because you know they see the game different than others on the outside.
And here you go on a stunt here. See, this is what I mean. We are 6 minutes into your highlight, and we have seen you being used in so many different ways. And because you have that versatility to play inside on a run play, you can use a stunt, and ain't nobody worried. Daylen got it. You can play in the 3-4 on the edge. You can play on the 4-3 on the inside, 4-3 on the outside, 3-4 on the outside. Hand in the dirt here. Come on. I'm gonna guess you don't You don't miss many of these. I like to say a running back is only as good as the first guy he makes miss. But when you got a defensive lineman, a defensive end like this, wraps up and can make tackles in space like this, that is the definition of a run stuffer. Do you get more hype for run plays or pass plays?
I get hyped for both. I'm not gonna lie to you, because it just flips the energy and momentum during that play and during the game.
You know, bring him emotion on the counter. Look, here's a word to. Oh, this guard did not get out there in time. He just did not get out there in time. He tried. That's another thing too. Your body positioning, your leverage is always really, really good too. So, what kind of player is Daylen Russell when he's having a game? When you ball him, are you the kind of player that's quiet on the field, or are you talking trash?
Now I'm gonna definitely talk some trash.
That's what I'm talking about. I know in that overtime game for State, there was some things said.
Nah, yeah, definitely.
So coming up into this season, obviously you trying to repeat, you trying to win another ring. Who is y'all's
Yeah.
big rival coming into this year? The big team that y'all got circled on y'all's calendar.
As of right now, we don't have nobody circled because it's a new year, so a lot can change and things like that. So we just going into the year, focused game by game, week by week, to get better as a team and to just get back to where we were last year.
Again, everybody running to the football. Not just you making the play. Everybody runs to the football. It's a swarm. Your defense literally swarms. That's the kind of mentality. Again, Coach Gidry loves to employ. He likes physicality, explosiveness, versatility, and effort. Taking on the block, but again, disruptive. I'm gonna blow this block up, and because I blew this block up, this run play is toast. Other than you here, he's got a nice little running lane. But 9 decided, nah, that is hella impressive. To just decide I'm gonna throw this tackle into you. If I can't make the play, I'm gonna throw your guy into you. And here you
Yeah,
are on the edge again, standing up. Collapse down inside, got him. There goes those instincts. Quick play recognition. And once you see it and once you understand it, you go again. You might be unblocked. Hello. This is for those of y'all watching. When I say strong at the point of attack, that's what I mean. This is what I mean by strong at the point of attack. I mean, he body rocked him, kept his arms extended, got off of him, and made the play. That is everything you want to see from a defensive lineman in a play. I'm going to take on the block, extend my arms, kept my outside shoulder free, made the play. The technique is not just the explosiveness. You've got really, really sound technique too. What do you attribute that to? To your really good technique?
my coaches, we take time out of our day to go over it every day, little by little.
Shout out some of those coaches, some of the ones that you work with this year over there at Columbus that have built you into the monster you are.
Our DC coach Trujillo, you got the D line coaches, Coach Levy, Coach Reeves, and Coach Guest. They every day in practice they make sure I go 100%. It'd be the best player I could be.
And for a lot of players, it's either one or two coaches they've had in their journey that they feel like it was instrumental in them becoming the player they are now, whether that's a little league coach or the first coach to put a football in your hand. Do you have someone like that in your journey that you feel like is instrumental in you becoming the Daylen Russell you are to this day?
I got two coaches. Coach Brad, he was the one that was like, yeah, you have the talent to go far. And then Coach Albert, he's the commissioner at the Little League I played at, which is Kendall Boys and Girls Club. Nobody noticed, but I was like 11. I had to play up, because of my size at first, and I was ready to quit. I was gonna quit, take a year off, and see if I could do any other sports. But he was like, "Oh, we're gonna make a rule change for you." He was gonna talk to the board to make a rule change to go unlimited, and he made that happen. And I just thank him for that, and I still do to this day. Because without that, I wouldn't be the player I am.
That's first of all, it takes a lot to even to realize, look, I maybe made a mistake, but we all need that person that sees something more in us. You know what I'm saying? My pop's got a saying, it's a popular saying. Sometimes you can't see the forest through the trees. We see just what's in front of us. So sometimes you need that other coach to tell you, nah, keep going, like keep at it. I got you. Or I'll do what I can to support you. I don't think people realize that your journey is, your parents, it's your coaches. It's a lot. To that, before we let you go, I always like to ask every recruit, what's your why? If you had to say, what motivates you? What keeps Daylen Russell going every day? What's your why, bro?
My mom, she's a single mother. She's raising me and my little brother, and that's a lot. Because she's a teacher, teachers don't get paid that much. So one day I want to be able to tell her, like, you're done working for the rest of your life, and you could just live with me.
Hey, shout out to moms, man. I love hearing that, man. I was raised by a single mom as well, so I sympathize with that, man. Shout out to moms. First off, absolutely incredible junior season. I think I speak for the rest of the Canes fan base and everyone watching that we are closely watching your senior year, obviously on a dominant defense, but you are a key piece of that dominant defense. And we can't wait to see you at Green Tree. If you want to follow Daylen Russell, I will link all of his social media down here in the description so you can keep an eye on him. He is going to be a monster for us, and he's going to have another explosive year that you're going to want to pay attention to. Daylen, if there's anything you want to let the people know, what platforms to follow you up on, or what else you have coming up, another tournament, maybe let them know.
Nah, I ain't got no more tournaments, but but you guys can follow me on Instagram at TouchMoney9, and it's gonna be one hell of a year.
And we're going to link that in the chat. After the season, when y'all win that other ring, first of all, do you have a goal this year? You have a sack goal or a tackle goal for this year?
As of right now, no, but I definitely will have one by the start of the season.
Let me know what them goals are at the end of the year. When you get your senior season huddle, we're gonna come back on here. We're gonna pop that huddle on. We're gonna tell him, hey, we told y'all he was gonna do X, Y, and Z, and he did X, Y, and Z. I appreciate you coming on, bro. Good luck this year. I will be following it. I think I speak for everyone when I say the day you committed. Actually, there was buzz about you about the week before. And I know because I'm on Twitter, the Canes fan base
Yeah,
was hoping that you landed with us. We're all excited for it, man. We know this class was about changing the defensive line. And with guys like you, with Lightfoot, with Artavius Jones, I think Cristobal has started to do something special. And like I said earlier, if you want to build a championship roster, you need championship players, championship talent,
yeah,
championship mentality, bro. And that's what you bring.
appreciate it.
Hey, thank you, Daylen Russell. Shout out to everyone listening. Follow Daylen Russell on Instagram. Follow him on Twitter. Keep up with his senior season. It's going to be a movie. Shout out to Canes fam. Shout out to Coach Field and Coach Joe Salavea for bringing in another monster and Coach Jason Taylor. And we'll see you on the next video.
Yes, sir.